So, there has been an abundance of new items and products coming for Battletech this week, and it's very exciting. So exciting that it's caused a delay to my Elemental video in order to prepare for a lot of these things. So, let's break down everything that's happened so far. The biggest thing for most people who are just playing the game and not focusing on the lore is about how pre-orders are going live for many of the exciting new Battletech Mercenary packs. I talked about these a bit last year in terms of their announcement, but they're finally here. There are 4 packs now on pre-order, which will be released in November. One of them is exclusively going through Barnes & Noble for approximately a year, which is the Eridani Lighthorse pack. For American players, this shouldn't be a problem. A link will be in the description below. And for Canadian players, this means you'll have to pay for a bit of shipping. But I'm not sure how this will impact players outside of North America in regards to this particular release. The other 3 packs are the Cowhounds, the Northwind Highlanders, and my personal favorite mercenary unit, Hansens Roughriders. These are going to be made available exclusively for some time with your friendly local game store and third-party retailers. This is going to be done to support brick-and-mortar locations, which is a good thing. These will be available through various distribution chains over time, and it'd be great to check with your local game stores over availability. But pre-orders from their main distributors have gone live for the stores themselves to procure these plastic sets. What is within each set? Well, I'm glad you asked. The best set, being of course Hansen's Roughriders, has 3 reposed mechs and 1 new mech, which is a common theme for these packs. The third pose for the legendary Atlas is the headliner, along with an Enforcer, a jumping Hatchet Man, and TRO 3055's devastating heavy mech, the newly premiered Penetrator Battle Mech. Next up is perhaps a lance with a bit more of a draw to it, in that it has the most beautiful jumping battle mech planned so far. The Northwind Highlanders pack starts with a jumping Highlander pose, and backs this up with a great repose of the Warhammer, as well as the Grasshopper. Its new battle mech is the incredibly dangerous and intimidating Gunslinger, another 3055 mech, and this one is one of the most dangerous clan hunters of its time. The Cowhounds, of course, can't be forgotten, and they are coming next. Mostly built around hard-hitting mediums and lights, it still pulls no punches. It headlines with a Jumping Crusader, which is fantastic looking, I should add, as I want several of them just for that. And it backs this up with a Running Griffin, as well as a Wolfhound battle mech. The new model is the ever-dangerous 3055 medium mech known as the Night Sky, and it can deliver a devastating series of melee attacks with its hatchet. The last unit that I'll be covering here is the Eridani Lighthorse, which again is available exclusively from Barnes & Nobles for the moment. And this box comes with 4 heavy hitters. First, it has a Steiner variant of the Banshee, which is reposed and looks great. The new Jumping Thunderbolt is a part of this lance as well, and looks spectacular in its jumping glory and form. A repo Cyclops rounds out these resculpted sculpts. For its final part, the face of Technical Readout 3067, the Sagittaire, makes its premiere, and this devastating battle mech, this pile of guns on legs, should never be underestimated. As I mentioned prior, I am going to include a link to the Barnes & Noble page for this pre-order. Ask your local game stores about the other 3, of course. These will also likely appear with resellers online. Eventually, of course. Though it appears they're going to not be immediately available through CGL's site. In other news, The Rise of Rasalhague has made its launch for Mechwarrior 5. This DLC drops with a series of quality of life improvements to the game, along with a major story pack about the return of Rasalhague in the later days of the Succession Wars. Ironically, only a few short years before they are utterly crushed and conquered by the clans. The latter part is, however, not a part of their campaign. So far, it's been good. There's still a few AI glitches, though I chalk these up to old scripted missions just being terrible in one case. The Crusader has been added to the game as well, and it performs magnificently, and looks superb overall. It is currently available on PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. For PC, it is on Steam and Epic Game Store. I'll be including a link to the Steam page in the video description. If you have Mechwarrior 5, it seems to be a worthwhile grab in my estimation so far. But now we're on to the big headliner, the most important release in my opinion of them all. Dominions Divided has dropped. This long-anticipated sourcebook is going to delve into a huge chunk of the Inner Sphere during the Ilkhan era. The Draconis Combine and Federated Sons are pitted in a ruthless and bitter battle over the capital world of House Davian. Clan Ghostbear, or the Rasalhague Dominion, descends into a vicious civil war, which we are going to get to see begin to play out, and we will find out what is going on with that. The Taurian Concordat, a fan favorite, will be on display here as well, and Clan Snowraven is going to be playing a role in this battle-drenched book. It will be covering all of these factions and their conflicts as of the opening of the Ilkhan era, more or less covering their transition from the end of the Dark Age into this new era. I will be doing a full review on the book for this weekend, but I'm incredibly excited for it myself. I'll let you all know if it's worthwhile, in my estimation, after getting a thorough reading of it. A link will be provided in the description below for the release as well, of course. I believe that the books will be shipping later themselves, but the digital portion of the release is happening today. Buckle up, everyone. This book is going to be a big one. I have the best of hopes for it, and I'm excited to dig in. And with that, thank you for joining me here today. If you enjoyed this video, as always, consider liking it, subscribing, and leaving a comment. All of that helps, for real. Big thanks to all the channel members as well. As you guys know, content on this channel really is only possible because of viewers like you, and you guys know it. Outside of that, I look forward to seeing all of you in the comment section below.